I really don't feel well, but I'll see how I go. I'm still tired and I feel a bit icky. Hi. um, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out properly, but I'll try. Um, I've wrote all this down and I know I'm not even going to look at it and I can't even... I'm looking at it thinking, I don't even know what I've written. Hi. I'll just wait for a few more people to come on. I need to get my head together. I'm really not feeling well. I think I'm coming down with something. Live leak. Basically, I've sort of said this before, but there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world at the minute, whether you know it or not. I know a lot of you on here do. Some of you may be feeling something's off, and some of you may not know at all because you're still watching The Box in your front room with mainstream media and such, listening to the wrong people. But I've noticed I follow a movement. I'm not mentioning this movement because I don't want to pick people off, but there is a movement, whether you like it or not. And it actually doesn't matter what movement it is, as long as it's coming off different paths, because that's what I see what's happening. I'm not even looking at what I've wrote now because I'm just going to try and speak from here, which is what I normally do. Makes me laugh when I see 17 and 18. A bit of a clue. Coming off all sorts of different paths, spiritual paths, whatever paths, coming onto one path. As long as we're coming on that path where it's a path of hope, a new hope, and people who have a lot of empathy, because that is one of the biggest things that has been creeping in over time. Not empathy, but trying to break down the empathy in us. Sorry, I don't know why, I've just past couple of days not been feeling too good. Because believe it or not, you don't have to be spiritual to be into all this. I am, and if you want to actually go and watch this video, it might make a bit of sense, even if you're not into, astrology and stuff like that. It still does make sense to me. Don't be put off by the name of this person's channel, because this will put a lot of people off. Don't look at that. Just go and look at what this person's saying, right? So the channel's called, I know it'll put a lot of you off, Flat Earth Paradise. They're not talking about flat Earth, that's just the name of the channel. He's talking about the age of Aquarius, and what it really means. Because we have been in the age of Pisces for a long time. But it's not about that. It's not about flat Earth. That's just the name of the channel. It's not about that. I know you're off now because I've said the word. A lot of people don't like. But check it out. He's not going on about that. Yeah, no other way but empathy. But he talks about, it just makes sense in my head, about the age of Pisces. I'm Pisces, funnily enough. Maybe that's why I've been thinking a lot. And I do have a lot of empathy, hence why people who know me, I get very upset about a lot of things. And this is important to me with what's going on in the world today. But we're going through the transition of coming away from the age of Pisces to Aquarius. Now, yeah, I'm sort of not looking at... chat a minute because I need to get this out. But it was saying, makes sense to me as well, the age of Pisces, the pros of it is the arts, humanity, intention, religion, and mysticism, which I'm a Pisces and I'm like that anyway. I like art. I do drawings. People have seen. I make jewellery. I'm very arty-farty. I do have love for humanity. Pisces. And my intuition's been working quite well of late. The negative side of the Pisces, this doesn't mean me, this is like the age of Pisces, is deception. And this is what made me think: deception, illusion, secrets, mysteries, addiction, hidden schemes. Now, not being funny. If anyone follows the movement I've been on, you don't even need to be following that. Funnily enough, in the world right now, there is a lot of deception going on. We know this. You only have to look at stuff that things that mainstream media aren't reporting on. I'm not sort of saying all this stuff. I'm not going to go into names and stuff because I'm trying to keep it a bit more positive, just to not come away from that, because there's loads of people reporting on it. I just want to get through this. It's a bit more of a spiritual side. So if you're looking at things, we are in the age of Pisces with deception, because there's deception going on globally. We know this. Governments, mainstream media are not reporting properly on what they should be reporting on. Yeah, there's the illusions they're putting out there that are not true. The secrets going on they haven't give us. They're keeping secrets from us. There's a lot of addiction going on. There's addiction with drugs. There's addiction with sex. There's addiction with gaming. There's all these addictions out there. It doesn't just mean, food addiction is one of the biggest ones. It doesn't just mean because addiction, it's drugs. Food's a drug. It's a lot of things. Yeah, Facebook, your phone, but that's how they deceive us, because you're looking at that all the time. There's addiction in a lot of things, and the reason why this is out there, free energy, is, I will go into that in a minute, is with all these addictions, it's taking us away from connecting with each other. It's ripping family values apart. I have talked about this before. It's keeping us down, all to get their agenda in and their propaganda. Now, they say the age of Aquarius, which is coming in now, is sort of mixing, the Aquarius sign with how's he got the water, pouring the water. It's like pouring the water from above, as above, so below, and the waters below, like the firmament, do they call it, the waters? We sort of call the heavens the waters above, and then we have our waters below. So mixing them two together is meaning it's not just about our physical form. We are divine entities from source. I'm not religious, but I believe in a source, creative energy, which is, some people call it God. We are all from one. That's why consciousness is waking up at the minute, because we are all from one. Ooh, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange. I've lost my train of thought now. Where was I? Hiya. As above, so below. So it's not just about our physical, it's the material, right? I'm trying to look at this and I'm not reading it properly. The Pisces age is more the materialistic world. We're now moving into the spiritual. So it's not just our physical. We are... See, you can tell I'm off thought because I'm just feeling a bit not well. I don't know. You can't. I don't know. It's... they're having a war on us with our spiritualness as well, because it's not just a war in our God consciousness. I've just gone off because that's why I can't look at chat all the time, get distracted. We are spiritual beings having an experience in our physical body. Now, they've been trying to break down our physical sort of side of us with all this stuff, all this deception and addictions with stuff, our physical body. They also have been trying to go for our spiritual side, because if you also look around you out there, you will see that they are trying to break down, whether you're religious or not, the sort of Christian beliefs and values and traditions, like the God belief. You don't have to believe in God sat on a cloud sort of thing. I'm not religious like that, but I believe God as in it's a source energy that we all come from. So they are trying to break that down, because a lot of people can say stuff about, God, as you like, or Christianity is, if you like, if you put it in that box, but we're not allowed to say anything about other religions, if you know what I mean. And they're trying to break the God sort of belief down, because if you look around you, it's just breaking away all the values, all the traditions, people having empathy and caring for each other, and all them sort of good values that sort of come from that sort of Christian side. They are ripping it apart. I don't care what anyone says. You look around you in the world today, and that is what they're trying to do. Because these people, these entities who have been who have been taken over in this age of Pisces, yeah, the attack on the pineal gland, yeah, fluoride water and all that. They don't have empathy. They may have had they may have been traumatized in their life at some time, and they do this to other people and kids as well. I'm not going into all that because it's all out there. This is why I'm trying to keep this a bit more positive, because this is all dropping, if you know what I mean, about certain stuff, which I don't want to talk about at the minute. It's all being talked about. And they can take pure entities and they can traumatize these entities and split their personalities to take away the feeling of empathy, because empathy is, where did I write it down? But I can't find it now. You can tell I'm not with it. Where did I put it? Oh, go back to sleep. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Among the violence, there are also moments of empathy and humanity which shine out like a beacon. Empathy facilitates pro-social, in brackets, helping behaviours that come from within, rather than being forced, so that we behave in a more compassionate manner. They don't want us to be compassionate. They want us to break us down and have no empathy. So then you can run around doing what you want and hurting people. You're not bothered if someone's suffering. You're not bothered if someone's hurting. You don't care, because there's only two people in this world, and it is the people that care and the people that don't care. The people that don't care are negative energies, negative entities. They feed off negativity and suffering. Because this is what's going on in the world right now. There is a lot of suffering. There's been a lot of suffering. I will jump into chatting a bit. I just get distracted, so I can't look at it. And that's what they want. Because if you've noticed, there's a lot of things dropping at the minute, or there's going to be a lot more talking about children and paedophilia and bringing certain rules into schools and just mad things that you look at and think, what the hell? What the hell is going on? They're trying to normatize, is that the word? Normalise certain behaviours that they do that us sort of people with values and morals wouldn't dream of doing. But they want to normalise it all around the globe so it becomes normal. Hence why, I've said this before, there's been stuff going around on Facebook over, a few years, internet, different stuff where they were putting stuff out there like where kids were getting in fights and that, and people were filming it on their phones and then sharing it and laughing and thinking it's funny. It's not funny that someone's hurting somebody else, but they're trying to normalise it to everybody, to get it into the next generation, especially the young ones of today, so they grow up with no empathy and no feelings for another. Because once you've lost that, we are in a topsy-turvy world. It doesn't matter. You can do what you want, and it doesn't matter. And then all these things that they're trying to bring in to do with kids and stuff just seems normal. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, because I'm like I said, I'm not really feeling well. So, as we're moving into the age of Aquarius, let me see if I've written this down somewhere. Because don't forget, all this, I was saying deception before, from the age of Pisces, is It's controlling. It's from the media. It's regulations. It's toxic food. It's celebrities. It's government. It's war. It's so on and so on. That's why there's a lot of things going on right now about you hearing a lot of stuff about celebrities. You think you're following the right people. They're actors, people. Think about Alex Jones at the minute. Maybe he wasn't who we thought he was. There's a lot of weird things going on at the minute. Yeah, they refer to it as the new normal. This is what they've been trying to bring in for a very long time. It's been creeping up for a very long time. And the thing is now, we're all going, oh my God, like, what the hell is going on? What the hell's going on? But the good thing is, though there's this stuff that's going on that is really horrible, it's painful, it's disgusting, it's evil, whatever you want to call it, what's been going on? We have to have suffering to want to have hope for a new future, because if there was no suffering, yeah, and they're bombarding it all the time, if there was no suffering in the world, we wouldn't feel the need to rise up and unite together, because we know this is a global thing. And the age of Aquarius, apparently, so they say, is the age of spirituality coming together with the physical. These hidden truths, you know, these hidden truths of what we really are, technologies and all this sort of really, you know, good stuff that's been hidden. It's called the age of Aquarius is lifting the veil. Lifting the veil on what, people? The deception that's been going on. And they say it in this age of Pisces, it's about every 2,000 years we undergo a shift. I believe in this. All this resonates with me because I believe in, you know, there's different entities around us and stuff. We are an entity. We're an entity in a physical form. But you don't have to believe in all that sort of stuff. It's just that this is what's going on, whether you believe in all that or not. It is what's going on. You only have to look around you and you can see it all. Yeah, if there was no suffering, it would be heaven. But I believe we did have a heaven at one point, like where we lived high, we lived well, and there wasn't suffering. But because this evilness has crept in, because I think we've had, yeah, it's a devil's main goal. We've been living in this world. Yeah, Eden, because we've had a lot of technologies from years ago that weren't shared with us. And even if some people took this technology, and maybe they were good at the time, but the bad people have come in, the bad entities, whatever you want to call it, have took them. And these machines, you know, we've heard of lots of different things, CERN, HARP, all these things, would have maybe, if I invented something, it would be for the good. It would be for humanity, like Tesla was trying to do. Tesla was for humanity. He wanted to bring things out that helped humanity, you know, move on. Free energy for one, we all know that. We all know that's coming back, people. But we would all want it for humanity. Now, if these other people have got in and took over, they're using this new technology, whatever it is, something that's been invented for evil. They're not using it for the good. They're using it for evil. But if this gets taken over again, we can use it for the good. If there are machines out there that control the weather, for instance, or certain things, no one would be starving around the world because we'd be able to use it to help people. But if it's used for the negative side of it, it's going to hinder people in different countries with growing food, having really bad weather where, you know, hurricanes and all this sort of stuff, and it's not helping anyone. But apparently, yeah, the age of Aquarius is lifting the veil. Now, when this veil gets lifted, it's being lifted right now. It's slowly being lifted off because we're seeing sort of things happening and everyone's a bit like, and that's why I believe people are coming to certain channels now. I'm talking to people in other discords and things that are knowing this. Even if you're not right on board with some stuff, everyone's sort of connecting the dots and coming together from whatever movement you're off. People are coming together and thinking, what the hell is this about? Because me and you, people who have empathy and love for other people, it's not about skin colour or anything like that. You know, even religion at the end of the day. Some people, like I said before, if you're brought up to know right from wrong, you'll be brought up with empathy as well. You have a moral compass. If you're brought up to hate, then, you know, you're living on the negative side, really. We all have negative thoughts, but we try and sway from them thoughts. We all have down days, but we try and pick ourselves up. We all do things sometimes, not totally evil things, but you might think, oh, I said something to someone the other day and it was nasty. You know, I'll have to try and think and watch my mouth next time. We all have empathy, people, animals, earth. Yeah, exactly. We have to have yin and yang anyway. And this is why I'm saying there had to be suffering in the world to wake people up. As horrible as that is, the only thing today that is going to wake the rest of the sheeple up, and that's what I'm going to call them, the sheeple up who are still sleeping, is the suffering of humanity, and especially the suffering of children at the minute, because this is starting to leak out now and you can see it. There's lots of things that are being leaked out, talking about WikiLeaks and all sorts of different stuff. It's not to do with just one thing, but for people to wake up to this massive suffering, this is the biggest. If we had not been shaken awake, we never would have. And that's why they're saying it's so important that, because we're going into the age of Aquarius, we have to all work together now and wake up, or forever we'll be lost, if you sort of know what I mean. So it's really chucking it down. So as much as people say, oh, suffering, or that, well, we've had to have the suffering, it's the only thing that's going to wake the world up to what's really been going on. And then if you can see that suffering is so bad, you're going to want a change. You're not going to want people to suffer the way they've suffered. It's going to make you think, no, I don't want this. I don't want this suffering. You need to look at yourself as well, because it's about the materialistic as well, and the greed and the consuming, because they've what is consuming, greedy, thinking about yourself all the time and not others, getting into that me, and I'm not bothered about those people. I'm not bothered about those people. Nah, I believe in the plan, the movement of Q. Some people don't, but like I said, we're all coming from different movements and we're all coming together. Yes, and a lot of people are saying, oh, but, you know, some people have been talking about the end of the world and, like, the apocalypse. It's not the apocalypse for us, it's the apocalypse for them. They twist things. These bad entities twist things. If they're deceivers, they deceive us. They put a lot of stuff out in films and that, and news, you know, fake news, and all that sort of stuff, because if the world is woken, which is what's happening right now, believe it or not, there is more good people in the world than there is evil. But they've had to keep us in fear, these people. I mean, there's people who work for them, but, you know, they've had to keep us in fear. So they keep us in fear by feeding us fake news, certain films that are scary, that scare you, that keep you in fear because you're scared of doing something. Even in religions, they will put stuff there to keep you in fear and keep you down from knowing the power you have in each of you, inside of you, to fight this system and come together and unite. And yeah. Well, the thing with AJ is there's a lot of things going on about him at the minute, and people are saying the thing is, they can't just be taken. The way he's been taken down is different to how you'd normally get taken down with Alex Jones. But at the end of the day, Alex Jones has woke a lot of people up, but I also think he's took off some. He has diverted in different directions and stuff. I can't really explain that because that's not really what I'm talking about. Because at the end of the day, I have hope in the world that humanity is coming together, because hope is a feeling of expectation, a desire for a particular thing to happen. Aspiration, desire, wish, expectation, ambition, aim, plan, dream, daydream. Funny that my channel's called Dolly Daydream for coincidence. Pipe dream and more. To me, it's, you can dream something into your reality. We are more than you think you are. I can't explain this. But I believe when you put something out to the universe, everything comes from a thought. When you make an invention, you have to think about that invention. You put thoughts out there and then they materialise into reality. This is going to sound bonkers, but if you have that much hope and that much belief and that much, what's the word? I've always said it as putting an intention out there, and you believe it with all your heart that it's going to come into fruition. It will do, because it is as above, so below. You put something out there, it'll come into reality. Thoughts, like they say, you are what you think. If you're going to go around thinking you're something and you keep thinking it, the more you go on, Greek revelation, disclosure, uncovering. Oh, hiya, Dad, I didn't see you on there. Yeah, faith. If you, for instance, I've talked to someone about this, if you think bad things always happen to you and you're constantly thinking, because my mum does this, bad things are happening to you and you're getting paranoid and you're thinking negative things, it most likely will happen to you because you're not vibing on that right vibe. And we do all work off vibrations and energy, vibrations, pulsing, I don't know what the word is, magnetism. I don't know the word. That's my dad, wax man. We have a lot of power within us. Everything is energy. Everything around you is energy. The earth, everything is energy. So you're pulling from an energy. And that's why I sort of say, like, you need yin and yang. You need like a battery to get that thing to work. You need a positive and a negative connection. So the world doesn't work with just on a positive connection. It has to have the negative as well. That's why I said there'll always be positive and negative, yin and yang. But what they're saying, there's the dark side. No wonder I like the films, Star Wars. And then there's the light side. We choose to walk in the light. We always get pulled to the dark, and we have dark thoughts sometimes, but you must pull yourself back in the light. If you're hanging around with people, I've said this before, who are on a negative vibe, and you think, oh, they're my friends, but I don't really, they bring me down, my energy feels really drained, you don't have to hang around with them as much. You can make the choice of your free will, because guess what, people? We have free will. That's what they don't like you to know as well. To choose to not maybe see them people as much. And let the Wookiee win. Exactly, let the Wookiee win. You don't have to be around these people, these entities. You can change your life if you really want to. It's hard, and you've got to take little steps, if you've been in a dark place. But we do need yin and yang, and that's why they say the age of Aquarius is about mixing the waters from above and below, the physical and the spiritual, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, people, because what's happening right now? What is happening right now? I've said in a video the other day, what's all this women hating men business? And then men are going to start hating women because, all this, I've talked about this, all this feminism stuff gone wrong because they're trying to tip the scales on everything. You can't work in a world where women are higher than men or men are higher than women. It's got to be equal. So when they're talking about, they're so angry, but that's all an agenda to get us all, it's all to break down systems, especially reproduction, because you're not going to be reproducing anything, are you, if women are hating on men and men are hating on women, and all these agendas they're trying to put in. Like someone said today, we know about transgender and all that, and people who, are born and they believe they're in a, more feminine brain or female or whatever it is, say female, feminine or masculine, that's fine, but they're doing it over the top now. They're trying to break people down, twist everything up, make you not know, like, what gender you are, it's just to all confuse you. Yeah, it's just to all confuse you, to all, it's just to break down everything, every value, everything. So we're all just basically doing their job for them. Yeah, schools and everything, doing their job for them for the destruction of humanity, basically. And that's why I say I believe we are going into the shift of Aquarius, because that is what's happening right now. We're going into the shift of Aquarius. It's lifting the veil on all this, and bringing the yin and yang together. I've written this down and I don't even know what I've done with it. The yin and yang together of, like I said, physical and spirituals together. Men and women, the masculine and the feminine, they need to work together. The yin and yang, we have to have both of them. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying, but basically, I have hope because I feel it. And the reason why I have hope is I can see it around the globe right now. People are coming together. People are putting videos out on YouTube. People are talking about it. The more we talk about it, because there's something that's not being talked about that's just started to get talked about now, a little bit trickling into the news about other ideologies and stuff. We need to talk about it to change it. And that's why they've tried to not get stuff out on the news and shut people up, as we all well know, the people that are getting shut up. But the thing is, we know the world is waking up. They can't stop this movement of the world waking up. I have said before, once you have seen something, you cannot unsee it. So we'll just start switching the telly off, guys. If you haven't, you need to start doing it. I don't watch TV. I only really have it there for my son. But you've got to be careful with the cartoons they put out there because it's in everything. But the thing is, switch TV off. Stop buying the newspapers. Certain stuff you need to stop buying. What they're going to do, they can't put that agenda out there. They can't put that fear out there in the way they put the propaganda over. You need to start switching the telly off. I believe, Dolly, after more people I woke up, I believe strongly you will get you. Well, it would be good. A chat show, that's what we need. But we need people who are real on chat shows, not like people like Oprah Winfrey, no. And all these other shows on the TV that just, I'm not saying all of them are liars, but sort of being told what to put out there. But I can see the movement. And the thing is, some of you might not be on the Q thing. It doesn't matter. It's all about the awakening. It doesn't matter where you get awoke from as long as you wake up people. But they were saying there's around about 380 million people looking at the Q thing. Now, some people might not think that's a lot, but think about it. If they're just the people that are looking at it and following it, don't forget these people are telling other people. We are trying to red pill people. So don't ask me how many more are being woken up, but we did have a post the other day and it said 5,000 plus a day are waking up. So if you don't think there's a movement going on, there is a movement going on. And it doesn't matter if you believe in that movement, there is a movement happening right now, globally. You only need to look outside your door, try and get around what they're trying to put out in the news and look at the people rising in different countries. And if anyone wants to just see a funny little video, where did I put it? You need to go and watch for a laugh because this is good. This is what I'm saying about you need to go and find people who are doing uplifting videos and stuff to get that positive vibe vibrating everywhere. They don't like positive vibes. They don't like goodness. They don't like pure things. They don't like nature. They don't like anything that's come from the source, the creator. They don't like anything like that. Yeah, oil. They don't like anything. But I came across this. Now, this is funny. If you want to see a global movement, now this is hilarious. Let me just see in my history. You've got to go and watch this video, guys. Someone's put a video out called... let me just find it. Right, it's by... I'm going to have to spell this out. K-O-M... I'll try and link these after, but I won't be doing it tonight because I'm too tired. KOMORUSAN 7114. It's called People All Over the World. Let me see if I can play a little bit. Hang on. It's called People All Over the World. Join hands, start a Trump train. It just made me laugh so much. Hang on.
All aboard!
Hi.
And it's style wild time now with a soul train gang, a soul train line, OJs and Trump train. Join the train. Come on.
Sorry, it was a really good video, and it's a guy who's gone around the world and everyone's dancing to people all over the world. Join the Trump train. I could not stop laughing. You need to watch more stuff like that instead of watching things that put you in fear. What's my dad saying? Q is the only cult that no one has met, the leader and the message. If you think for yourself and research everything. Yes, and that's what I'm going to talk about it. I know there's not a lot of people who believe in it, but at the end of the day, people call it a cult. We'll call it a cult. You can be in a light cult or a dark cult. And it's a leader that no one's seen. Now, these leaders, these entities of evil that you see around the world, we see these leaders putting their stuff out there. No one's seen Q. But it doesn't matter if Q, people are like, oh, he's a lot. Why? I spoke to someone about this the other night. Why would somebody, well, it's not somebody because it's a group, would put stuff out to get you to research at the stuff that's going on in the world right now, a lot of stuff, to out themselves? Because why would you do that? It's only waking people up. Whether you believe in it or not, it is waking people up. So, are these people stupid? Because if they've done it to put it out there to get us looking at what? It's making us look at truth. It's getting people to research. Because like I said before, age of Pisces, they say, is the age of deception. With all the addiction, illusion and secrets and stuff like this. So, oh God, I forget where I'm going again now. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, they should do that. Need to play the fake news song with Trump. Their deception is all their fake news and their it's all the fear they put in people. Like I said, there's more of us than there is of them, but the way they try and control us is through all this fear mongering. So it's really good at the minute to start. Sorry, I didn't see people's. I've just moved the chat up. People's to get yourself vibrating on a higher level now, a higher level of like hope and positive vibes. I know it's hard to be positive, but this is what we've got to do, because I feel sorry for the sheeple who are not awake to this, because I know about that. I'm not really bothered. There's too much of it out. I don't know how to do all that. But yeah, Q is truth. Truth is being. We must. Yeah, because the thing is, we have forgotten over time to look out for deception and stuff. Not everybody has. There's been people, I've known about this for a very long time, but they've been putting us to sleep with deception and fear and consuming and being greedy with stuff. And like I said, keeping our heads in phones and not looking about what's really going on around us. You're looking at what's going on in the news, but you're not actually really looking what's going on around you. Like I said before, for an example, some of the marches that went on, some of the Tommy marches, all that, they were filming more on the ones that maybe there was a couple of people, drunk, and they were shouting things out and being a bit violent. So they'd rather film that, put that on the BBC and say, oh, look at them all, they're all violent thugs, football hooligans, blah, 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 because that's what they do. But people who would have been at them events know that that isn't what happened. So they'd start thinking, hang on, what's a minute? Why are mainstream media not reporting on the truth? So all to keep us down, people, like I've said before, all to keep us down, because we are, unity, family, loving and one another, we are the people, and there is more of us than them. So they know this. That's why they're running scared now, because we're waking up. There's more of us than them. We can bring them down. We needed help from a certain movement to wake us up. That's all it is. It was just about waking us up, because truth is the way and the light. Exactly, because how if you had a plan of controlling the masses globally over time, this is how they've done it. They've done it through deception. They've done it through illusion. They've done it through secrets, keeping secrets from us as well. They've done it through, what's that saying, mysteries. They've done it through addiction and hidden schemes to break all our values down, to break us down. That's how they've done it. I don't even know if I've been making sense, because I write a load of stuff down and then it all comes out and then I can't read it. And I do feel a bit ill today. But the only other thing was, talking about spirituality, Because like I said, I do feel sorry for the sheeple that don't know any of this. Some of you are really on it, some of you know a bit about it, and some of you just don't know at all. And when, brainwashing everyone, and when it really hits, it's like I said before, people are going to have like a brain explosion. They're not going to get it, and we're here to help those people. I know I make sense to the people who know, but because I was going to do this the other day, I pulled out, because this has got a lot to do with it. I don't mean because these are my, what they called. I am half asleep. I had to sleep before, I'm still half asleep. Yeah, a lot of people have known for years, and they've been, like I was talking to someone, a lot of people have known for years, a lot of people passed away and they wanted to see this day. This is the shift that everyone's been talking about. This is the shift, the paradigm shift, I don't know, whatever you call it. This is the shift. It's the shift away from the Piscean age to the Aquarius age, lifting the veil. Oracle cards. When I was gonna do this chat the other day, and I just pulled some cards out as I was thinking, your intuition, because they try and keep that from you, that, with your pineal gland and all that. It is in with you. You don't even need to use these sort of tools. I used to be into all this sort of stuff, crystals and all that, because they ask you to put your, like a crystal's magic or whatever, but it's actually within you. We all have the power within us. But it was just funny how I pulled this card out, I think it was yesterday, and it says, keep your dreams alive. And in the book, it says, in this book, it has a little rundown on what it meant, but I sort of saw something in the picture that means a lot's coming out. But you have to keep your dreams alive, because what I was trying to say, and then I pulled another one out, which was be true to your heart, which I always am, is we have to have hope, because I've heard people saying, oh, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. I'm sorry. I have a lot of hope, and I can see things are changing. So if little things are changing, it is going to change, because like I said, we know about it. You can't unsee what you've seen. There is hope. If you don't have hope, what's the point? You might as well go and jump off a cliff tomorrow. Don't go and do that though. I'm just saying. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's not happening tomorrow. We're not going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be, heaven on earth. But we have to have hope to fight this. We have to have hope. Hope is what they don't give us. Hope is what they've took away. That's why they take all this free speech away and everything. So we can't communicate about things and have different opinions of saying when something is wrong. They don't want us doing anything. You have to have hope, and you have to hold on to it, because it is out there. It's all around the globe. You only have to look to see what's going on at the minute. Not the bad things. We know about that. We know about that. Get on the positive vibe of looking for what people are talking about and bringing out, and how people are rising. That's what you've got to look at. You've got to be vigilant around you and all that sort of stuff, but you need to bring your hope back, people. Yes, Dad. Cognitive dissonance, I can't even say that, it's going to affect millions of people. The ones who are awake will be there for them. Exactly. We've been through this. A lot of people have been through this from the beginning. That's why I believe some people have got depressed in the past, and they've been put on medicines and stuff, because they've known for a very long time. Yeah, don't lose hope. They've known for a very long time and have thought that, look at all these sheeple. They don't know what's going on. They're contributing to this, that and the other. I don't see a change coming. We're just going down and down and down. We're not. We're coming up. That's why I said, those of us who know, and we know about all the evilness, it's heartbreaking. And I'm not going to go into it because I'll get upset, but it's heartbreaking. But we are the ones who are going to be there for the sheeple, that are going to be abruptly woke up to this. We haven't been abruptly woke up to it. We've seen it going on and come on different things, and we've been hoping, but they're going to be abruptly woken up very soon, and it's going to be really hard, like that cognitive, the cogs are just not going to work in the head. They're going to be like dysfunctioning, like it's going to make them ill. It's going to send them batshit crazy. They're going to be wanting to start violence. They're going to be wanting to riot. They're going to be wanting blood. We've got to calm these people down, because we know it's not about getting violent. If we have to, we will, but it's not about that. It's just that it's that anger inside that everyone's going to feel, because we all get mad when we've been lied to. We all get mad when we've been deceived. So, sorry, the chat's not moving up. Yeah, Satan is the author of confusing it. Yeah, because everyone thought if you want to put it in that aspect, Satan's been controlling the world, you know, in that sort of sense. But apparently, he was only allowed to be in charge of it for so long, and that's why we're moving to another shift of Aquarius, bringing in the spiritual with the physical, working together, yin and yang, masculine and feminine together, because we know that's what they've been trying to take away, because that's what they've been trying to push and push and push. There's a lot of things I've been seeing as well, where things that they're trying to bring in next year, it's not going to happen, people. The House of Cards is falling down. We're coming from the bottom to the top. It isn't from the top to the bottom. It's gone through we've had to go from the bottom to the top to get these people out and get to the top. They're just pushing everything at the minute because they know they're going down, basically. These things aren't going to happen because once we know we can go into schools or whatever, they're bringing these systems in and these stupid things we've been hearing about, which I'm not going to go into at the minute. And we, the people, are going to stop it. Yeah, God created man and woman. It's yin and yang to be together. You've got the nurturing side, and then you've got the protecting side of the man. You know, they've got to work together. You can't have one higher than the other. And that's what they've been trying to push. Maybe it's because we're swapping over into the age of Aquarius. It's not going to work. So hold on to that hope. And here's another one that'll make you laugh. Because I've always been into Star Wars, which is funny. Not that I'm into most celebrities now, because we know what's going on there, which make you look at films in a different light now. But where's the picture I took? Think of it like what were the old, I know you know on it, what was the old Star Wars films? I mean, yeah, may the force be with you, but we had, what sequence was it in? We had The Empire Strikes Back. What was the first one? I should know. Yeah, New Hope. Was that the last one?
New Hope's the first one.
Yeah, but they do it the other way around, don't they? A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back. What? No, not the new ones. Come on, Star Wars people. Yeah, we had A New Hope. What are the other ones?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. So I can't remember which way around it was. Was it The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then The New Hope? The way we saw it in, anyway. Which one was first? Return of the Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back, and then New Hope? The Last Jedi. Oh, The Last Jedi, yeah. Last Jedi. Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars was the first one, and then we had, Star Wars: The Return of the Jedi. And then The Empire. Well, anyway, I see it sort of like Return of the Jedi, and then sort of the Empire. I see that as like, it's been empires that have been controlling us. But now we have a new hope, and we have the Force behind us. That's how I see it, anyway. Or first was a New Hope. Well, yeah, well, they didn't put it all the other way around, or whatever, but you know what I mean. Through the heart, we may access the higher mind. Spiritually, we all like God in equality, not quantity. Yeah, I can't see it. In the beginning, there was the word truth, and the truth was with God. Yeah, I believe in all of that. We are from one source. We can access this God-like source, Christ within, whatever you want to say. It's within you. It's within you. That's what they're hiding from us, people. Yeah, Q said the world is watching. It is not only the USA hopeful, but a lot of people are waking up around the world. Yeah, some people think, oh, it's just a USA thing. It isn't. It's a global thing. It was make America great again and make the world great again. Like I said before, it's all about questioning and researching for yourself, because we fell asleep for many years and have just let sources of information on the media and all that tell us what's going on in the world, but they're not really telling us what's going on, are they? Because they're using it for their agenda, Agenda 21 and all that. Yes. Well, yeah, I see it as a source, you know, that it's that sort of godly values and stuff are coming back. We need that back because they don't teach stuff like that in school anymore. When I was younger, we used to sing hymns, in school, like the whole, you know, what was that song? He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got. And when I think back, they were nice songs, and I did really enjoy singing them. I'm not religious, but I really did. You don't have to be religious. You know what I mean? They don't do all that sort of stuff now. They've gradually ground it down because they don't want you to have a godlike belief. They don't want you to believe in goodness, really. But it's within you people. If we're all from one source, one entity, we're all the same. We're all together. We're all from one consciousness. So anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm going to go because I'm really, really not feeling well. I feel a bit hot and stuff. Yeah, military for peace, yeah. Well, like I said, yeah, it's about morals. We know that there's some people that don't have morals. They don't really care. Oh, yeah, I am showing my age now. I'm definitely showing my age. You know, if you want to put it into a thing, you'd say like Christian values, traditions and beliefs. That's what they've been trying to break down. They do it, the celebrities do it, they do it in videos, but we know about celebrities. They do it in videos where they sort of take the mick out of like that sort of God belief, mocking it all the time. But you're not, funny how they don't really mock the Satanism belief that much, but they mock the God one at the minute, if you've noticed. That's what it's all about. So yeah, things are going on, but I believe you're all right. I believe you've got to have hope. Please, please, please keep the hope, keep the love and everything, because things are changing for the better slowly. But the awakening is coming more now, and it's going to. This thing's dropping now. You only have to look around on Twitter and all that. It's coming. We're here to help the ones that are still asleep, that are going to abruptly be woken up very soon. Yeah, keep the faith in humanity. Yeah, trust the plan. Keep blasting positive vibes out there. We all work off vibrations. Believe it or not, the world is full of energy, vibrations, magnetic, waves, whatever you call it. I don't know the right words for them, but we all work off that because we're all from one. That's why we're all waking up as well. Yeah, and good things are coming, people. Good things are coming. We're not being deceived anymore, and that's what they don't like. They know that we can see right through their little games that they play on the checkerboard floor. So yeah, I hope you all got that, because like I said, I'm not feeling that well, but let's just see. Let me see if I pull a card before I go. But yeah, all this stuff with like new age stuff, you know, I'm still into my cards and stuff and all the stuff I was into before, but it's just a tool. It's your intuition. It's you. You have the power inside. We, the people, are the power. That's what they've been hiding. You are more than you know. Yeah, I'm not hot as in I'm hot. I'm feeling a bit ill. I'm going to have an early night. I just had to say something. I just need people to really believe, to hold on to your faith, hope, whatever it is that pushes your positive vibes up and everything. Please just hold on to it. Because I do believe that the ones that have woke up are strong enough. It's been hard, but we're strong enough to help the ones that are going to be abruptly woken by it all. And we've got to be there. We've all got to unite. We've all got to unite together. Because when we come from one source and we're all, what did I say before? A divine energy source, sort of spiritual being, having a physical experience here on earth. That means if we're all spiritual beings, colour of skin and all that doesn't matter. We are all the same at the end of the day. do my cards. I just normally wait for something to jump out of what we've been talking about. So, oh, no. We'll see. But it's just funny how I was writing the meaning of hope out before, and it's just the way it said aspiration, desire, wish, expectation, ambition, aim, plan, dream, daydream, pipe dream, and more. And I thought, daydream? What's my channel's name? And apparently my name in Hebrew means gift from God, so I don't know. And I'm quite happy it's chucking it down because my garden's getting a watering, so that's good. Let's see, come on. Ooh. Oh, the one I got before is be true to your heart and laughter. Another thing they've been trying to take away is having a bit of fun, isn't it? When they've been trying to shut people down for, you know, comedians and certain things because certain people get offended. You need laughter. Even in a world of suffering, you need to have a laugh because it gets you through a lot. And laughter is a good, what do they say? Laughter is a good form of medicine or whatever. We need to have a laugh now and again. But yeah, so... yeah, laughter is the best kind of medicine. We need to have a laugh, even in times of darkness, because, you know, it's the way we get through it sometimes. We're not offended. But anyway, I'll do another positive one again when I'm just feeling a bit more with it, because, like I said, I fell asleep for a couple of hours. I'm still a bit groggy. I'm feeling unwell. I think I'm coming down with something, but I will try and think myself better anyway. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure I just need a good night's sleep anyway, because when you're researching a lot and doing stuff and helping people with stuff, it gets tiring. So that's why I said I hadn't been on a lot. But just keep holding the faith, people. And in the in the Star Wars theme of it all, there is a new hope coming. Whatever way they put around, there is a new hope coming. There's a lot in them Star Wars films, you know. A lot in them Star Wars films. They muddle it all up in films, you know. But anyway, yeah, take care. Keep talking the truth. Keep trying to red pill people. Keep the faith, the hope, whatever. And the most important thing is love is the key. Love is the key. So I'll see you soon. Bye.